Morning, everyone. Mr. Salmon here again. Just at work at the minute, taking a trip up to Manchester. Um, don't worry, I'm paying full attention to what's in front of me on the road, even though the road's kind of clear still. I have to watch this microphone on my beard because it's making a load of scratching noise. I can hear it in my headphones. I thought I'd get myself a quick cup of tea. Well, actually, there's a cup of hot chocolate actually, and it's a nice cup of hot chocolate actually. Bit expensive though. And I bought a store bought, so £3.10 it cost me, I think. You know what I mean? I was like, man, it cost us only £2.50. And it tastes exactly the damn same. But marketing, what can I say? Anyway, for those of you that watch my channel and come back, I'm just testing out new, as you may have noticed, I've been testing out new formats with the live streaming from the yard. I did a walkabout the other day. I'm just walking through the streets and stuff, talking about whatever. What did I talk about? I talked about Whoopi Goldberg, and I talked about Mason Green and Boris Johnson. I also, what else have I tried? Yeah, I'm still doing the Michael's Madness, because the thing is, as much as I love doing those, they are time consuming. Right, because I've got to get all the edit done, and I've got to find all the snippets and the sound bites and everything, and sometimes that could take a whole day. Sometimes it comes quickly. I could be done in a couple of hours, depending on how deep I want to go and how long I talk for. But a lot of the time, I just want to, sometimes I've got something in my head and I just want to get it out there, and I just want to say it. So I've been, like I said, I've been experimenting with these different formats now, so I can be able to just say my piece, upload to YouTube, and then at least I've got it there. Right, and like I said, I do spend for work, I'd say most of the day sat behind the wheel, yeah, which I do enjoy because it gives me a lot of time to think, and I get to listen to the radio and catch up on current events and this, that, and the other. But anyway, while I'm testing this new format, I wanted to talk about Kurt Zouma, the football player. I think he plays for West Ham or something like that. Not really a football fan, but the story did catch my attention. And again, another person in the papers for the wrong reasons, as Kurt Zouma wanted to show off his football skills and use a little bloody cat, yeah, for as a football. you know. And the first, when I heard the story, the first thing I had to think to myself was, why? Why? Oh, why? It boggles my mind. Yeah, couldn't believe it. And for whatever reason, he thought it was a good idea to do that. I think there was more to the story as well, because I think he was throwing other things at the cat and abusing it in other ways as well. And yeah, so for me, this is nonsense. It's utter madness. Anyone trying to justify it or anything like that. And the thing about it is, there was a channel that I watched. I think it's Chucky Online, I think it was. And he did bring up a good kind of talking point about the football association and the football team, the team bosses in the industry itself, trying to defend their players because they've paid so many millions of pounds and this, that, and the other, which I thought was quite interesting. You can check that out on Chucky Online. But again, for me, there were no justifications what this guy did and what he was up to. And whatever the RSPCA and governing bodies that protect animals, whatever powers they have and whatever powers they can enforce upon actions like this, I think they should go full 100. You know what I mean? More than likely, he'll probably just get hit with a heavy fine or something like that. I don't think he'll be in any jail time. Yeah. But again, 100%, yeah, he should get done for this, because it's cruelty beyond a shadow of a doubt, you know what I mean? And there's no plausible explanation for it other than him just being an idiot. Yeah. Now the thing is though, and for those who watch my channel, you knew this was going to come. My concern when I see stories like this, and that's why I started off the video by saying, or that's why I started off this segment by saying, strike 2, yeah, or exhibit B, right? Is because what concerns me when I read stories like this is how they will be banked and used in the future as evidence to support claims made by those who are, let's say, racist and anti-black. That's the only concern I have when I read stories like this. I'm not going to justify what he did and nothing nonsense like that, so don't get your knickers in a twist, right? But like I says, when I read about stories like this and I see stories like this come up in the paper and newsprint, right? My concern is that those on the far right, your nationalists, your patriots, right? They'll take this and put it in their little bank, store it, yeah, to use at a later date, in which, let's say, they're having a debate or a discussion, and race comes up, and they make some wild claim that black people in general are, let's say, prone or more violent, or black people are known for their violence, right? And there's evidence, scientific evidence to show this, and the precursors are people that are violent towards animals, or they start off with animals and then they move on to bigger things. And then what they'll do is they'll go to their little store, their bank, and pick this incident out and say, see, this proves it. And they'll use what Zoumba did as, like it says, as evidence and claim, or evidence to support the claim, in which they have then labeled black people as a group for this behavior by implying that it's a part of the culture or it's what they do. You know what I'm saying? Right? That's my only concern when I read stories like that. Right? I hope it doesn't come to that. Yeah, because I still think that, yes, he should be punished 100%. But punish him as the individual for what he did. Yeah? Don't make this an example to show that black people as a group are like this. Because I find it interesting that black people become real monolith. Yeah, right? When it comes to the negativity. But yet when black people want to do something positive, right? Yeah, all of a sudden now we can think for ourselves. Or let's say, or more the case is that when you have a black person that I would consider to be somewhat of a bootlick, right? And they are supporting anti-black rhetoric, or they're propping up white supremacist talking points, and I call them out on it, right? All of a sudden, oh, black people are not a monolith. You're not the spokesperson for black people, but yet that same black person that's supporting your agenda or your perspective, all of a sudden he's a representative or she's a representative for black people. You know what I mean? Get off that, yo. Get off that, right? But anyway, I think this will conclude my test for today. And like I said, yeah, Zoumba, or whatever his name is, yeah, by all means, man. I don't think he can go to jail, but whatever fine you can slap on him, slap it upon him ass, yes. Yeah, because what he did was bang out of order. And again, it's not a good look. And like I says, for black people in general, I know a lot of people, I know someone in particular in my comments is going to say, oh, yeah, you and your black racism. Yeah, no, give it a break, mate. Yeah, right. That's what my channel is. If you don't like it, you don't have to watch it. Simple as. Right, but anyway, that concludes my little talk for the day. I'm testing my new format. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'm out. Peace.